just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So, whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Wants to throw. It's Maddox. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. And they've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
With the catch, it's Marsh. Got room at the 35. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big opponent, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looking downfield, it's Maddox. Got his man on the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Not in lockstep there with short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he got it inside the 45. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got...
There he goes! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Dangerous screen into traffic. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All the way in for the touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Maddox. Fires to the right end. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, this guy struggled the last time out. He knew he had to get back in the film, get back to the practice field, and work on some things. And I think he did some good work because he's already thrown for more yards in this first quarter than he did his last time out.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. They still got time. The season's not over yet. This offense still an identity mode.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The running back looking for room. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He'll keep it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To throw, it's Maddox. Gets it out quickly.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. To the air on first down. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles it down at the 2. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
Oh, out of space. Inside the touchdown.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score.
He'll bring it out. It's Byrne. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's got his man, makes the grab, and the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man, it's Maddox. He's right downfield. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it in the 43. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Off the play fake on first down, lost the throw. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. A lot of urgency for this offense. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. The run from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Trying play action. Makes the grab. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Back to throw, it's Maddox. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Here comes the option. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the catch. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it up at 25 and stride. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out fast. Out across the 30, right down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Mississippi State going up tempo. Lost a throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass. It's Maddox. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Defense playing a bail technique. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The play-action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they put the field goal on the board, about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a man, it's Mark. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got...
Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm, when you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. On the run for inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here.
100%. You can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. He lets one fly deep. He's got it at the 20. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Mississippi State right back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Maddox. Got the quick pass. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marked it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. The give. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They get to the line quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. It's a great feeling.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down off the way fake. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
That's reeled in. It's Mark. Man, that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job working that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now facing a 3rd and long.
And you try to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get there.
And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Let's it fly deep downfield. Into the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
To the air. It's Maddox. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Bulldogs want to move quickly. Leaves it with the running back.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He'll pull it on the read. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the...
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll go back to work on offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. To the ground, back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Hawkins. There's the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
It's caught. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. The throw to the outside is complete. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. To go up top. They're working that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Sends it back in motion. He'll throw on third down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And here comes the field goal unit. Kickoff unit ready to go.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll run play action. He's got him this time. Coming on. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Here going back to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give from the gun. Spins away from the defender. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job. Sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. Good play for this offense.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Fox. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, breaks into the open. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out. Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
I believe in you, offense. Black 14. Black 14.
They'll try the run. Running into the open space. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
On target to the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Down to 1 for it on third and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The corners are walked up tight. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And listen, still a ways to go. Great job by this offense in getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And now this offense will take the field again. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
And they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Now the play fake. He'll throw it. How about that play to get it in there and force the incompletion?
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Turning on the Jets. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive there.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Max. Fires complete on the crosser. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Over the middle, it's Fox. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Back open in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Slants it. And he kicks this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's one